Hey everybody, Jitsu Trader here, and the market just took a shit. What we got on the charts right now is the SPY at the top. It took it out a couple days ago, kind of pierced through it, but I'm talking about that June low on the SPY. It's 362.17. Took it a little bit out on Tuesday, and then today it pierced it again. A little bit higher volume than yesterday's green volume. And then when it pierced it on Tuesday, it took out that low with a little bit higher volume than previous day volume. If we go to the QQQs, it pierced it as well, just barely, didn't close underneath, kind of touched it and went back up. So the low in June was 269.28, and if you look right up here where the low's at, the low for that candle is 268.84. So not a close underneath the June low, but precarious. I'm interested in seeing what it's going to end up with for the week. I think if it closes below that June low, I think we might be due for another leg down. And same thing with the SPY. I think if it closes underneath that June low, it hasn't yet, but I think if it does, due for another leg down. Something I noticed too on the weekly charts, and I'm sure a bunch of you guys have noticed as well. I usually have a couple moving averages. I have the 10 period moving average, I have the 30 period moving average, and then I have the 200 day or 200 period moving average. And I like to look at those on the daily chart. But one thing I noticed as I was flipping back and forth is I forgot to take out the 200 day period, and it looks like the 200 week on both charts, whether it be the SPY or whether it be the QQQs, is a point of resistance. More so on the QQQs. This here is COVID. It kind of reaches and touches. This here not so much on the 200. But if we go farther back, we see there's some points in time where it does offer, not resistance, I'm sorry, support. Here's some support back in, what day is that? That is back in '08. And if I go back to the SPY, you can kind of see the same thing. It kind of stops right there. So hopefully it'll bounce back up, but I'm expecting for it to be another leg down here before we see anything in the bull market. I'm looking at Bitcoin too. I don't know if I'd be ready to go back into it. I like to take a look at it with the weekly chart, and it's still trading under the 200 weekly average. I might think about going back into it once that 10-week line starts trading above that 30-week line. So it looks like we still got some time to go, shaking out some bag holders. I'll be back tomorrow at the weekend and with a brand new video. Thanks, guys.